So it's
Yeah,
DRO Casso, just like Picasso.
that's a fact, man. You know, it's crazy you said that because that's how I usually do it. You know what I'm saying? When people, just kind of explaining the name and all that, I always reference that Picasso piece. Plus, it helps them, you know what I'm saying, with pronunciation and everything. So it's funny you said that for real.
I love it, man. And you know what I also love is that you're on the Mental Margarita show. And it's very special when there's artists that come on this show that I'm a fan favorite of. That I love the music, I love the grind. I love how you're rolling out things. And so I just want to
Appreciate that.
thank you for being on the show, my brother.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to hear stuff like that, especially, when you in the zone and you working hard and you creating and you doing all this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard to just take a look back at, just everything. And when you hear someone say something like that, man, it just, you know what I'm saying, just really gives you that motivation and that that
Keeps it going.
appreciation and gratefulness for the talent and being able to hit the people the way we do.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I do know that. And you know what? Your name represents transformation. Elaborate on that. Your name represents transformation. That's deep. Tell the audience exactly what you mean by that.
Yeah, well, so DRO stand for determining revolutionary options, you know what I'm saying? And I've chose hip hop as a tool in order to, what I'm saying, create change and influence in the world, you know what I'm saying, in a greater way, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to use everything we are blessed with, you know what I'm saying, to do some, good with also, you feel me?
Yeah,
So, also, when it comes to the past, you know what I'm saying, I've been through a lot, man, and it's taken a lot to even get here, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
sometimes because of experience I've dealt with past imprisonment and so forth, I be feeling like I'm playing catch up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm
yeah,
like,
for
yo,
real. Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? So much missed time, like, yo, I gotta do this, I gotta get this done, you know what I'm saying? So, um, I just want to be able, especially when it comes to the future, you know what I'm saying, the generation coming up, you know what I'm saying, to come, man, just being a good example, you know what I'm saying, and then showing them that no matter what you go through, you can overcome it, man. And even at times when we go through certain things and in certain phases of life, you know what I'm saying, it's not end all, you know what I'm saying,
right,
like
right.
like. Yeah, there's a way out of that darkness.
Where are you originally from?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm from Boston, Mass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's funny you have the New York hat because I lived in New York for about
Me
10
too,
years,
me
like
too.
10, 12. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back in Boston, Mass. I'm born and raised. Grew up in Mattapan, a spot called Mattapan,
Okay.
which is kind of like right next to Dorchester, if anybody knows. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people know Boston when they think of Boston, they think about like the outside of Boston, you know what I'm saying? And white people and when they think about our sports and our sports teams, you think about racism and so forth, which is
Yeah.
huge, you know what I'm saying, here in Mass, but we have a real deep black community out here, man. That it get real hood out here. You feel me? So, as
Yeah.
in everywhere, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Everywhere, you know how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
yeah,
know.
yeah, ain't nothing. It's all the same thing, just different ways of doing it, depending on where you at. You know what I'm saying?
I want to take it back. I want to take it back. When you were raised, I mean, in your childhood, was music something that you always had around you? Or was it something that as you went through life, you started developing the love for?
Nah, nah, it's always been around me, man. Which is crazy, man. You know, growing my aunt, who, I speak highly about because she was the first reggaeton artist signed to a major label.
Wow.
Her name was La Vida. At that time, they didn't call it reggaeton; they called it reggae español.
Yeah.
Because what they did at that particular time is whatever American hit that was going on in reggae, they would transform it into, the Spanish version, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
And
Right.
so my aunt, she was signed at an early age. While I was young, she was signed to a major label, Columbia Records, and for this, she was one of the pioneers who started creating her own music, her own
Wow.
sound, and did very, very well. You know what I'm saying with that. She's Panamanian, and a lot of the music. Especially when it comes to reggae Espanol, came from there,
Yeah.
right? But then the Puerto Ricans are really, really known for taking it off and making it known across the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So big
Yeah.
up to, what I'm saying, our Puerto Ricans also, what I'm saying, for
Big up the
helping
Bad
that
Bunny.
journey. Yeah. Yeah.
When was it? When was it when you're like, okay, this is something that I want to do? Like
Mm.
I'm really wanting to let the world know that I have musical talent. Better yet, when did you find out that you even have the talent?
Um, so so I started right when I seen from her, I started putting two words together really, really
You
early.
were like, "Whoa,
You know
Columbia
what
Records." I hold on, let me get the
I'm
pin going.
Yeah, I was like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and two, like at that time, I wasn't really like, I was too young to be like, oh, Columbia Records,
Oh,
and
right,
then
right,
I
right.
like
Okay.
I know that stuff now, you know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah,
do remember, being in studio sessions with her um at night with her. I remember being, even that because she was such a family person, so she would take like, the family and the children even to some of these grown events. You know what
oh,
I'm
that's
saying?
cool.
We're
That's
like
cool.
under, like way under 21, like getting into these events and seeing, a lot of these reggae artists that came to be. Super Cat, he was also signed to. I don't know if you ever
God,
heard of
yeah.
him. Yeah, he was signed to that same label that she came out with, and so was able to experience that. So I started writing really, really early, man. And then my pops, you know what I'm saying. Before he's in Panama now, but the my pops, he had seen the skill that we had, so he put me this reggae artist, not reggae, he was a Jamaican reggae artist and another hip hop artist together, and started like managing us early, you know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
that's
And music. So
crazy.
we was winning a lot of awards and all that. Just doing like a lot of local talent shows and stuff like that. But then um yeah, it was like eighth grade hit, and ninth grade you start going into high school. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And things, things start to change because you start to get influenced into other things, and so from that, it was always like a hobby more than something. You know what I'm saying? I took
yeah.
serious. It was always like there. You know what I mean? But nothing I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying?
You're an artist that actually wants to give back to the community.
That's correct. You know what I'm saying? Being from that jungle too, man, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right things to build, you know what I'm saying, our community and changing that perspective of being a jungle, you know what I'm saying, to being,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, a community, a safe community where we can, raise our kids, you know what I'm saying, and not have them go through a lot of the, same things that we went through. As we know, just to be real, the streets is the streets and the streets won't ever go anywhere. But at the same time, if we could save as many as we can from going in that direction, man, that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we do this food drive with Pan Life Project 333 every Saturdays. It's a food drive. We feed about 100 to 150 families in the Mattapan community, especially from the place where I grew up with. It's really healthy choices of
Nice,
food,
nice.
and and so we get food from Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, places that a lot of you know, people who aren't our color and from our community don't get to shop at because of how expensive it is. I
Right,
mean, you walk into a supermarket with $100 and probably come through with like 5 items now.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And especially when you have a family,
Yeah,
that becomes hard. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
so yeah, man, I'm really proud in order to have this food drive and be doing the food drive and being able to now serve the community instead of destroying it.
How do the people that are watching the show and people that want to get into your music, man, how do they find you? Where do they find your music at?
So the main thing I want people to do is go to iamdrocasso.com. That's the official website, where you can find all music, videos, blogs, shows, just all that. And get onto the mailing list. You know what I'm saying? You sign on to the mailing list, which is at the bottom of the website. And I will keep people in contact directly, personally, customized just for you who's out there. You know what I'm saying? And just be able to make sure that they are, through the journey with us, through that mailing list. Also, they get first dibs on everything I do. I make sure it goes out to them first. You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm going to be giving away perks and all that for those, on the mailing list. So jump on the mailing list right now because it's going to be, this year free giveaways and just a whole lot of really, really dope stuff happening.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you know what? I want to thank you, my brother, for coming on the Mental Margarita show.
Wait, where's my margarita then?
You got to come to Vegas, man. We got to hang out, man.
Yo, nah, that'll be dope. You in Vegas, huh?
Yeah, we got to hang out, my brother.
Oh, all right. You know what's crazy too, cause that was I told you my man was helping me. He had the record pool and he had remember I told you we hit the charts on one of them, right? The
Yeah, man.
indie joints. And Las Vegas was one of my hot spots.
We got to make, we'll set something up, man. Trust me.
Yes, I gotta come down there and see you now that I know that you down there.
We'll figure it out, my brother.
Yeah, yeah, we'll make that happen, definitely.
Hey, be safe, my brother, and I'll see you soon.
We're excited to have you on the show. Welcome again to the Mental Margarita Show. The Keller Band is with us, straight from Weirton, West Virginia. And East Coast meets West Coast. We're excited to be debuting your new song, your single Sins, which has an amazing music video, was just featured on the Second Opinion sports show halftime segment in Eastern North Carolina recently. It airs on the CW network there every week. And so we're really excited that they got a chance to experience that video, which was a little eerie and spooky. And we'll go into a little more detail about that particular single. But welcome to the show, guys. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you for
Excited
having
to
us.
be here.
Excited to be here.
Thank you.
So Rock is Not Dead. You're a hard rock band with has many different influences. You've played and done a lot of shows, done a lot of things. released an album a little time ago, but you got some new stuff coming out. And let's introduce the band a little bit. Let's see who we're visiting with and what everyone's role is.
All right, I'm James Keller, vocals.
And
Don't
I'm
everybody
Denise
go.
Powers. I'm also vocals. I'm the Keller girl.
I'm Jeff. I play the drums.
And I'm Sean. I play the violin.
You.
I play guitar.
And then over somewhere should be around here would be Jason Polton, and he's the bass player somewhere.
He's the mysterious one in the band.
He's invisible, so
Yeah.
he's
Right
somewhere.
Right now, he's across town, probably throwing his phone against the wall because he doesn't understand
Oh,
technology.
okay. You hear him cursing. Yeah.
He should have kept the flip phone.
Yeah.
So, great. Your band has a great sound. So great sound takes great dynamics and personalities that mesh together well. Tell us a little bit about the background. How did the band start? Are you all originally from West Virginia? How did you all find each other?
Jeff and I, we started another band in 2005.
Say it.
And we was with that band for 14 years. He left me around 2011, and I kept going. I kept going until 2019, and then I started. I started Keller with 3 different guys, and we were 8 weeks away from opening up for Flaw, and they all just disappeared and quit taking phone calls, quit talking, and we had a big show coming up at Hard Rock Cafe, Pittsburgh. So I had Denise come up from Maggie Valley, North Carolina, to join me and on the vocals. And Jeff Tomes, like I said, he was retired. I got him out, dusted his drums off. He came back with that. The guy that's not here right now, Jason Polton, was going to let me borrow a bass amp and a bass just to find some way to play the bass for the show. And I was like, dude, you're a bass player. Why don't you just join me and do this show with us? And he's like, all right. And Sean there, he came in later on down the road. And that's how we did it.
And bands that have a girl in the band, it's always just takes them a notch up. So Denise, how did you join the band?
I was in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, and James contacted me because he had seen some of my previous work with bands I was in previously, and we just got talking about it, music, and how much we enjoyed performing and writing, and so it just one thing led to another, and it made sense for he and I to work together. And I was looking for a move anyway, so I moved from Maggie Valley to Weirton, West Virginia, and haven't looked back since. I may have looked back just a couple of times, but not much.
You didn't look back and regret, so that was a good thing.
Yeah.
So has singing and music kind of always been something that you did? Was it kind of since you were young?
Oh yeah, I come from a musical family who grew up doing gospel music in the Southern church. And so my mom, her sisters, my aunts, my grandparents had gospel albums. And so I started in the church, and after years and years of just being convinced that that was where I was supposed to be, I took a leap. I really loved rock and roll, and I wanted to do it so badly. And it wasn't until I was much older that I decided it was time to do the brave thing. And it was home for me. I fell in love with performing on the stage, rock music, and being a crazy rocker chick. It's just my thing. I love it.
Fun. And it's so freeing when you can do what you love and what you were born to do. So congratulations on jumping in with both feet, because that's the only way you find out. Our bass player here, he showed up late for class, so let's put him on the spot.
Well,
And
all you see is his beard. Hold on, you gotta let the camera up, Jason.
let's fix his camera a little bit so we can see him.
Yeah,
there he
good.
is. Look at that mug.
There I am. Like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear
Oh,
you,
close
and
to
now
the
we
phone.
can
We
see
can't
you.
hear you.
Okay.
Welcome,
right.
welcome to
What's
the
up?
show.
Thank you.
So we're glad that you joined us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you joined the band. That's kind of where we started and kind of how everybody came together.
James needed a bass amp and a bass player, and I didn't realize that he needed a bass player, and I called him and said, "Hey, I got a bass amp you could borrow." They had a show coming up, and he kind of called me right back and said, "Hey, you're a bass player, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, why don't you just like fill in for us?" And I agreed to it. And that was it. That was from then on, I've been in Keller. It's been 3 years, I think.
So
Four?
see, the stories
Really?
stories
4?
matched. So you passed the test. Your story matched the story we heard earlier. So this is good. You're gonna
Yeah.
you get to stay in the band. So see that's how that worked out.
Wonderful.
So now you had an album come out a few years back, Point of View. Is that
Yes.
kind of you performing? Are you doing songs from that album too when you do shows?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The main songs we do off that album is "Claim the Fame," "Name." We sound check with "Forgiven." Uh, Pretty much, unless we're headlining a show, those are the 2 songs we do off that album. And I think
And Fate.
and "Fate," yeah, "Fate's" another one, yeah. But
Then depending on the show, we'll pull other songs from the album. It just depends, how the show's going to go and who we're playing with, if it will fit or not. So we might mix up a little bit.
Fun. Well, we're excited for, your upcoming show at the Whiskey A Go Go. Can't wait to hear about that. You're going to have to fill us in with the updates from your trip and from your performance. Well,
yeah,
we'll make sure they can find you, follow you, become fans, stay in touch, and let us know those updates, with your upcoming show. It's going to be exciting to share with everyone. So
yeah,
congratulations.
we're-
We enjoyed having you on the show and visiting with you and learning, just about what you're working on and what you're doing. And, it's really exciting.
yeah, we really appreciate you having us. Honestly, yes,
Thank you,
you.
Jersey.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you. Thank you
This
very
has
much.
been so much fun.
And if you tell your people, tell your viewers that if they want us in their area to get a hold of us, let us know who to contact.
That's right. The promoters in the area.
Yeah, so we can get all of their promoters and try to set something up.
Yeah.
Like we went from just being what they call a local band to now we're going clear across the country. So we're ready to book wherever we need to go. So if they want to see us, man, we'd love to see them. So just let us know where to go and we'll get there.
There's more to come, and now you're on television in Las Vegas. So imagine
Absolutely. Sin City, baby.
Well, everyone have a wonderful rest of the day, and we'll be catching up with you soon.
Great.
heavier still, climbing this mountain of my own will. The echoes of wrongs rattle in my mind, searching for grace I may never find. Can I be forgiven for the sins of my own hand? Written in the dust that time understands. If I fall where I lose my soul, am I too broken to ever be Does mercy run out like rivers run dry? Does heaven look down or just pass me by? Screaming to the stars and they don't reply. Love and believe it is just do or die. Can I be forgiven for the sins of my own hands? Written in the dust that time understands. If I fall.
Hi everyone, I'm Ava Bentley. Join me for my networking and listening party. It's happening this Saturday, May 16th from 2 to 5 p.m. at Gillies inside Treasure Island. See you there.